because it normally has this blip now where no one will join us again. But just hold fire just for a moment, please. I'll be back in a second. Talk amongst yourself, but remember we are live.
We're live.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
We are live now. I better not say bollocks and things like that, I suppose.
no, you better not.
Okay. Oh, it says we're live now. It's Ghost Hunters. Ironically, the missing, that's us. Oh, I hope not. Touch wood.
Well, you're not missing.
No, I hope we don't go missing. There's a helicopter come to the beach today.
Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not bullshitting. It flew over the top towards Southwold, turned around and come back, flew right over the top of me again.
So after you, mate.
I wasn't doing anything wrong apart from skinny dipping. Oh dear. God, that
cold
was
that though, wasn't it?
that was cold. Yeah. Yeah. Turned me into a little acorn. Hit the water and it went. We better not be live.
We are.
We are live.
Oh,
We definitely are live.
Yeah, you've just told everyone about your acorn, mate.
I'm talking about the acorn that I keep in my pocket.
You lucky acorn.
Oh, dear. What happened then? Did I drop out and then you two dropped out? Or...
Yeah, and then everybody dropped out.
Yeah, completely crashed us out.
It's like
The funny thing is, it's as we were speaking about
Right, I think.
strange disappearances of people.
Yeah.
Right, I'm gonna hit. Right, I'm gonna hit the record button and let's go. Right, 3, 2, 1. Back in the room. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Journey Through the EGH Talk Show. We have been having some technical issues over the last couple of minutes or so. So we are going to sort of start from the beginning of the show. We're going to start from where we are. It won't be as long. It'll be a shorter show tonight, but welcome, everybody. Hello, back team again. I won't go through the normal rigmarole, but we shall fire off. Please let us know if you are watching, who's watching, and join in the chat as we go. Little update and a little catch up. We are talking about the missing scientists, which could be having an effect on what is happening with the live feed. It may be picking up on certain algorithms and things like that. So
keywords.
So keywords. It very much could be. But you know what? We're truth seekers. So we will push along with the show. Let's just be fair. It's not like we're the only ones that are not talking about this. Very famous shows have been talking about this over the past few weeks.
Isn't it, as well?
Yeah. So what should be happening?
It is being talked about by the mainstream, but like we said before, the show sort of died a little bit just now. I was saying that the mainstream, although they're covering it, they're not going down the sort of route of an inside job. They're going more down the route of external foreign powers involved in it.
Yeah,
And
but that's the easy way out, isn't it?
I think so.
That's the easy way out.
And then the problem is when you go to I look on YouTube, I do a lot of my stuff on YouTube. And the problem is if you go to the other end of the spectrum, like the way that we're thinking that it's an inside job, the problem with that is that everyone calls you a conspiracy theorist and they say, oh, you naturally sort of swerve towards there's a conspiracy going on. But this has got a lot of stuff that really does smell of something inside, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think this is why the mainstream media are picking up on it and trying to deter you. Because usually when something like this happens, it never makes the mainstream media.
No,
For this to make it as as quick as it has, as soon as they started posting about it,
Hmm.
That's alarm bells.
Last I heard, Trump was launching an investigation, but that seems to have gone by the way now.
It,
Only-
it is under federal bureau investigation. It is with the FBI as we speak. There is a full blown investigation going on to this.
The Patel guy is on it, and he reckons. But then he's the guy that's involved with the Epstein stuff and what's really happened with that. No, there's been no indictments. No one's been brought to book at all. I mean, it's just a joke, isn't it? It's like they sort of just diddle daddle over little things and just make sure that we're, do all the sound bites so that we think that, oh, they are doing something about it. But where is the core substance of of what's coming out? We don't see anything, do we? There's nothing coming out, really, is there?
No.
Well, you probably wouldn't have a lot of Congress left if the truth. Really
Well, I think that's what's happened. I think the Epstein files has come out, and I think it absolutely blitzes a lot of the government officials. And I think it's like, well, hold on, guys, this is our little club. If we start sort of picking some of the guys in our club, we're all going to collapse. It's all going to. I think that's what's going to happen. It'll all collapse. And that's what I'm hoping is going to happen. But will it? I don't know.
I don't think we're going to get any answers that we're expecting, because as much as we're all looking down, we are looking at a conspiracy side of things here. Okay, if you look at, there is, I suppose the one that is a little bit random was the hiking lady.
That's very bizarre, that one.
Yes.
Really bizarre. And then people have been shot dead outside their house.
That hiking lady is Monica Reza.
Rose. Yeah, Monica Rose. Yeah.
What's the story behind that then? Why is it so bizarre? I didn't get.
She went out with her friend, bloke. They were walking. He turned round because he got a few yards ahead. He turned round and she waved and smiled at him. He went a few further yards, turned around, she completely disappeared. So he immediately reported it to the police. They're still looking for her now. They're still searching for her. So where did she go?
Right. Well, that's really weird, that one, because a lot of them are sort of so-called suicides, aren't they?
Yeah.
Which I think a lot of them are nonsense. The one I brought up was Amy Eskridge. Well,
I found her.
Can I just intervene there before we carry on?
Yeah.
Look, I'm only basing it lightly here because we can only touch and go by this. I'm using the Wikipedia page, okay? So when you say suicide, there is only one that has categorically been suicide. And that was
supposedly that was only
that's the only one. All the rest,
no cause of death. Disappeared.
Or a couple was shot outside their house.
Yeah.
That was Carl Grillmere.
Yeah.
Telescope specialist. Well, that's interesting because he was involved with looking out for asteroids as another guy was as well.
See, I couldn't find anything that links them all, but
some of the links I've found is Los Alamos.
Yes, yeah,
that links quite a few of them, and that is a very high level place, isn't it?
Yeah,
been a lot of stuff gone down there.
They reckon a lot of it was to do with the Artemis 2 mission as well, didn't they? I heard a few people talking about that.
I heard that's, they were linked to that as well.
Yeah.
In what context?
They were so-called working on, what we saw. Whatever you take that.
It was McClaskey.
What was that?
William McClaskey. His disappearance. He was the one that left everything there and took his gun and hiking boots. He was linked to working in Roswell and the ET debris. So he worked with the ET debris linked to Roswell.
What guy was that?
William McClaskland.
Right. Okay.
He was a retired US Air Force Major General, former commander, Air Force Research Laboratory, going by.
Yeah, he's the one that's linked to Roswell.
One of the interesting ones.
Did you see the ones with the handguns? It didn't take their phones or wallet, but they took their handguns.
Yeah. Why?
Why would they do that? You wouldn't take your phone because you don't want to be tracked, right? And you've got the word is out that there's something going down, and what are you going to do? You're going to leave, aren't you? You're not going to stay in your house, are you? You're not going to go to your family and friends. What would you do? You would take a gun, wouldn't you? I mean, that happened with two of them. That was what was that one? That was Stephen Garcia. He had a high security level for nuclear weapon components. He went out, took no phone, no wallet, but he had a handgun. And that big one, the biggest one there was the Major General Neil McCaslin.
Yeah.
He was big. He's like well high.
Yeah.
And he done the same. He didn't take his keys, his phone, or his wallet. He just took
glasses. Yeah, but he didn't take his glasses.
He didn't take his glasses. It's just, I don't know.
He could be any good with a gun because he won't be seeing what he's shoulder.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see what actually comes out if they are doing an investigation, how they're going to sort of bury this.
Well, do you think this is what the next disclosure is going to be?
It could be. I mean, the few people that I follow are saying that we're getting very close to, the House of Cards falling down. But how long have we been hearing them sort of?
Yeah, they've been saying that for years, so haven't they?
But are we not sort of? I'm just going to ask you the question, Paul. Where do you think this is coming from? Who's behind this? I'm going to ask you all individually. So,
I think to me it sounds like from what they've been working on, nuclear, gravity, propulsion. I think it's coming from, I don't want to say energy companies, but the people that stand to lose the most out of it. If to me it comes across like they were going to release like self-sustaining energy. Everyone can have energy, haven't got to pay another bill again, haven't got to pay for petrol again. They were going to release whatever it is that they've discovered or created, self-sustaining energy, never need another battery, never need another energy bill. No one needs to live off the grid. And you're talking quadrillions of dollars.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'd actually probably, you'd solve everything, wouldn't you?
So, Simon, I'm going to ask you the same question.
I don't know, but I think this lost, whatever it is, the laboratory's got a lot to do with it. Whether that be ET linked, could be.
Inside job?
I don't know, because are those people dead? Are the missing people dead because have they been abducted? Because if they're dead, you'd usually find their bodies. Come on, you wouldn't. So do they still need these people? The people that have gone missing, do they still need their knowledge in some way?
Why would you find that? Why would it be obvious that you'd find the body?
There's plenty of places you could lose a body.
Yeah, but
high level killings here. potentially.
Well, that-
You're not going to find a body.
Yeah, but they're not scared of shooting people in front of their houses.
Out of
So
all
why
of
would
them,
they attack them?
there's only that many that they haven't found.
Yeah.
5. Look, but once again, I'm not saying the bodies that they've found could be linked. There might not be them people. They've only not found out of going back to the list on Wikipedia. This is going back to 2021. So there could be more regarding that.
Like you say, if all these people were linked, maybe them 5 people would realise what's happening, and like you say, Joe, they've skedaddled. You got high-ranking military officers.
Yeah, I suppose.
These people are smart people. They're going to have a backup. They're going to have a safe house. They're going to have somewhere they can lie low.
That William McClassland hasn't been found. His body hasn't been found.
No,
The high-level one has not been found.
nor is Reyes. Yeah.
Give you
Russ.
my opinion now, Russ.
Yeah, go for it.
And I think it's very similar to what Paul's saying. The people that are going to lose big time on this is, the whole global system runs on oil, gas,
It's a complete reset.
energy. So I think that ultimately they're the ones that stand to lose. And then obviously people higher up and obviously government officials, shares, stock market, all that is going to just completely collapse if it comes out that there's a free energy device. There's free energy devices out there now.
Yeah.
And we all know about the potential of getting it out of the ether, 0 point energy. It's been talked about openly on YouTube, but it's like that, it's like they've opened Pandora's box, but they're still trying to subdue it, and it can't. I think the House of Cards will come down. There's no way you can keep this under wraps anymore. The reason behind the missing people is probably a little bit of what Paul said. They've gone into hiding, and another thing I'm thinking as well, I'm not too sure about this, is that it's all they're knowing that it's all going to come out soon, and some of these people probably know about all of the stuff that's under wraps. I mean, although these are we're looking at these people as innocent workers of a business, yeah. But when you think about it, a lot of these people know a lot of the black ops, the black projects.
Yeah.
Some of these people know a lot of shit. I mean, there's some high level security clearance people in this list, and they know a lot of bad stuff. Now, there's 2 reasons why they might be skedaddling to save their bacon, but also they might be on the hit list because if it all comes out, they want to get rid of all the evidence, and the evidence is the people that know about it all. So if they start having Congress meetings saying, right, we're going to have a Congress meeting, we're going to bring in Major General Neil McCaslin, who's got a high-level clearance at Los Alamos, and they call him into Congress, and what's he going to do? He's got to spill the beans, hasn't he? Can you imagine the amount of people he's going to spill the beans on? And then it'll go off in a big family tree. He's going to spill beans on Joe Bloggs, and Joe Bloggs knows Dave Bloggs and Stephen Bloggs and all the other people involved in it. It's like a massive collapse.
If he tells the truth.
If he tells the truth, yeah.
And let's be honest, the people they've had up in Congress, no one fucking tells the truth.
Oh, no.
They all lie through their arse, don't they? Even ex-presidents.
Yeah. As for the media, what we were saying earlier, Luis Elizondo, that Amy Eskridge, I watched a podcast that she was doing, and she said that Luis Elizondo's evil, yet he's the guy that the government sort of talked to and put him out there to sort of do a bit of delving and trying to sort of be mediators between the media and the government and the public. But he's in on it. He's a shill, definitely. But he's the one that comes on to News Nation and some of these other mainstream media channels, and he says, we've got to have disclosure. We've got to have disclosure. It's definitely going to happen. There's signs of it going on. Yet that Amy Eskridge, I would trust her more than Luis Elizondo. She's saying he's evil. That says a lot, doesn't it? In the podcast, and yet he's the one that went on to News Nation, I think it was yesterday, saying, "Oh yeah, we was talking to that Como guy saying, oh yeah, it's terrible, these missing scientists. We're going to really look into this, but I think we've got to look towards China and Russia." I mean, give me a break.
There's a reason for that. If he's behind some of it at all, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. They need someone right there on the inside, don't they?
Definitely.
But the fact that he's on the mainstream media with it, to me, that don't mean nothing. It's no different to Bill Gates, Anthony Fauci. They were the masterminds behind it all, and yet they were the ones on mainstream media saying, "Yes, this is all good."
Yeah, it's a world where you can't trust the government. You can't trust
no one.
You can't trust anyone.
You can't trust anyone. That's what's scary about it. I mean, I don't know who you follow on YouTube and stuff like that, but I mean, there's only one person I trust, and that's Stephen Greer. Someone will probably say, "Oh well, there's some things about him that aren't right," but I think all in all, I think he's one of the most trustworthy persons. He's been doing this since the 1990s, and I just think he's the one really everyone should be sort of looking to, but he's got to be careful because, I'm surprised he hasn't been bumped off, to be honest with you.
But there's the conspiracy straight away.
Yeah.
What you've just said is the conspiracy straight away.
In what sense?
We've got all these people.
He is on their side. He's done his job well because he's the only one that you trust.
And he's the only one that hasn't been bumped off. All these have been bumped off. We're saying potentially all these have been bumped off. Now, I'm going to throw a little spanner in the works here, okay?
One of Russ's curveballs.
We're all talking about, this free energy, free everything, right? Most of these people, if you look at the list of where they're working on Wikipedia, will have some link to ufology. Every single one of them.
Yes.
We've got Amy Eskridge. She was an anti-gravity enthusiast.
Yeah.
Okay. We've got Hicks. He worked in Jet Propulsion Laboratory. Okay.
Yeah.
Frank Malward. Okay. He was a surface, water and ocean topographical something.
Who's that?
Frank Meyerwald.
Yeah.
Okay. And he also worked at the Jet Propulsion Lab. We've got Anthony, who worked as the only one that really hasn't got any links to it. He just worked at Los Alamos.
Yeah.
We've got Monica, a meteorologist, a material engineer. We've got Melissa, worked she was an administration assistant.
Los Alamos again.
Los Alamos. Stephen Garcia, Kansas City National Security Campus.
He sounds like an actor, doesn't he?
It does. We've got Jason Thomas, a chemical biological. We've got Nuno. We've got a plasma physicist.
Well, that's
science
an interesting one because plasma definitely is real, and they're trying to keep that quiet. Plasma
and fusion center. We've got Kyle, who worked in galactical structure and dark matter. Joshua LeBlanc was a NASA Marshal at the Space Center. William McCluskey was research laboratory. Matthew Sullivan, U.S. Air Force, and another Ning Lee was a physicist, founder of AC Gravity. Now, in my eyes, we've got very strong links there to the ufology side of things. Very strong links. There's a lot of things there that you would associate anti-gravity, the propulsion, silence propulsion and things like this. Now,
so what's your take on it then?
There's a link between the ufology side here. I don't think it's linked to the energy companies or anything like that. I think there's a ufology link here. I think there's a strong link to something that either A, like we are talking an inside job, Or why are we not taking, Simon said something earlier on that really picked up my ears, was why are we not talking about alien abduction here? Why are we not talking about the extraterrestrials that are popping these people off? Everyone thinks that these extraterrestrials are the most loving people, don't want us to go to war. You know, that's a good side of looking at things. But they've just got a natural instinct, just like we as humans.
What would be their motive to sort of stop it getting out that there's this free
Maybe.
energy?
No, not necessarily free energy, but
Could be.
maybe they don't want them people that are using anti-gravity
Someone has to move about
machines
like them.
to move to their planets.
Yeah, perhaps.
Maybe they don't want that. The
Well, there's
UFOlogy.
what we don't have.
Let's face it, we know that the US government, well, the deep state US government has got anti-gravity. We know that.
Yeah,
There's so many people that have shown videos, photos, anecdotal evidence to say that there are a lot of the triangle ones are ours. I use the word ours loosely, but you know what I mean.
So the other theory was, I think I sent it to you two guys, was they reckon we have, I think it's in 2027, 28, 29, we have got an asteroid or a comet coming our way. It's on a direct path. And they've been working towards a way of getting up there.
That two of them, or at least three of them, are to do with asteroids and jet propulsion.
Yeah. So, and they reckon that there is something coming our way, and they were going to spill the beans and let the public know.
Yeah.
Which would cause, obviously, mass hysteria.
Yes.
Very good.
It is literally Armageddon, the film, you know.
But then I put it another way to you, like all these, a lot of extraterrestrial followers, ufologists and all that believe that, you know, these UFOs are here to help us, extraterrestrials won't let us go to nuclear war, they intervene and all that. But at this moment in time, they're letting an asteroid come towards us to wipe out Earth. It makes no sense why all these ufologists think that these extraterrestrials are here to help us and guide us when they're willing to let something wipe us out in one clean swoop.
But then you said it, these people think that they're here to help us.
I'm
Yeah.
a strong believer that that's a load of crud.
But
I
even
really
if,
do.
but you know, every scenario you can think of, there's two sides to each of them stories as well. But no one, this is the trouble. No one knows. You don't need to go popping people off, because even if all of them scientists come out and said, right, this is what's going to happen, how many people are actually going to believe it?
Well, I think they would.
Would they?
I-
How many
Depends on.
people have come out and said the aliens are coming next month and this and that? You know, disclosure. This is what's happening. They're going to come down. And how many times have I said on the show, even if I see it, I won't believe it, because I think Project Bluebeam is the government winding us up to get us all in order to have a one world government, one world army. It's all the ploy, it's all the deep state.
While on the same context as the asteroid theory you just brought up, do you remember going back probably 3 or 4 years, and I think it's been spoke about on this show, whether it was when it was me and Russ or whether it was you, Russ and Paul. Do you remember we was talking about all them massive tunnels and underground systems that lorry drivers were sort of whistleblowing, saying,
Yeah.
you know, driving in this tunnel and it goes in like 30 odd miles underground, and when you get in there, massive cathedral like caverns full of food and all that.
Yeah. Prepared for
Perhaps
something.
forgot about all that. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's there.
We've forgotten all about that, so it could be something like that. Yeah.
Well, I reckon they were building about 4 of them bases a year, weren't they, or something like that at one point? Deep underground.
But are you talking about the high security military bases, or are you talking about the ones where the lorries go in?
Lorries go in.
The one with the lorries go in, they literally
Any of them.
and they're
Any
like
of them, mate.
cities inside.
And all these Zuckerberg and all that were building deep underground shelters, wasn't they? All of a sudden, what was it, 1 or 2 years ago, all these celebs started building big, deep underground shelters. So what did they know that we didn't?
some recently, haven't there? You got to ask the question, what's it all about? Perhaps they're thinking about.
Yeah, you're back.
Perhaps they're thinking more about the possibility of a nuclear war rather than an asteroid. I don't know, these celebrities, but what would you do if there was an asteroid due to come?
What could you do?
What could you do? I mean,
Do anything.
it'd
That's
be
what
like
I'm saying.
Armageddon sort of thing, wouldn't it? Like you have a little ticket, golden ticket. You're going to go, or you're not going to go. You're going to go. You're not going to go.
I think asteroid hits. You know, you can have an underground tunnel all you want, but it ain't gonna survive.
Are you really going to want to stay under there for 50 years?
Yeah, no.
No, most people would start. Yeah, I would.
But it's what I'm saying. You know, these underground tunnels and things like that. You know that there was a quite a good video on. I think I watched it on YouTube the other week regarding underground tunnels. You know, with all the problems in Iran and the UAE and all around there with the fuel and all that, so they believe that they don't need the ships because they're actually shipping out the actual fuel in the underground pipes that go from Oman all the way through to the other side, where it doesn't matter, goes right across the country, straight out to the other side of the border where they're filling up tankers and actually getting the tankers out quite easily. No one's, you know, over there, they're not beginning. There's people, whistleblowers, that have come out and said, look, we're shipping it. It's going through the cross tunnels underground that we've had in here for years, like what you've saying. So I do get the underground network here. But we're going back. Let's go back to topic, and with these like these people that are missing, and I sort of let's go back to these.
Well, we haven't got off topic, have we? I mean,
no,
it
but
could be because of that they are being bumped off. Because, like one of you said, you know, they might. There's been sort of rumblings that they're going to come out. They can't keep this sort of thing quiet. You know, they don't feel right. They're going to keep it quiet.
It feels very suspicious. No matter what we look at it, it's very suspicious.
Oh, something's going.
You know, for all intents and purposes, we could be just, you know, we do love a conspiracy, as Joe said earlier on. We will look for that. We will go for that.
What was yours, Simon? Was yours about abduction from UFOs?
I just put it out there. I can't. I'm trying to make sense of it all and trying to build a link. Trying to get a link between all these people.
You know, when you do like ghost events, this is mainly for you, Si and Russ. You get information, don't you? I mean, Paul might as well, but I just assume Paul doesn't really.
Nothing like what they do, mate.
No. Well, so why wouldn't Spirit give you that information? Like, have you got an inkling? You know, when you get your stuff, you must know that that's not a thought of yours. It's more of a projection from Spirit. Yeah. Can't you get that for these sort of situations like this, like answers on this?
I put my hands up, Joe, and say I've never really asked.
No, I haven't asked.
Is it because you think that they won't answer you?
Potentially, yeah. I would.
Really
I'd have to say that.
I don't know. I don't get that they're dead. That's what I'm saying to you. I don't get that those people that have disappeared are dead.
You don't get it. You mean you're not?
I don't know. They are not dead. That's what I would say. If Spirit's giving me anything, that.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you got an inkling that they're not dead. Yeah.
See, I see that's even more interesting. And Simon used the words, and when he was describing, when I asked him what it was, he used the word abduction.
Yeah.
Now we can take that as human abduction.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I didn't take it as human abduction. I took it as an extraterrestrial abduction. What we're seeing.
Are these people wanted for something?
What from what extraterrestrials
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. You know, absolutely maybe.
I haven't watched. I haven't watched anything in particular details for individual ones here, apart from that Amy Eskridge. But she's not one that disappeared. She's one that was suicide. I think she was definitely bumped off because some of the stuff that she's been spouting out.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
She's made herself a target, and some of the podcasts they're actually talking about it, and she's saying, "Look, I'm going to say now, look, I'm not suicidal. I'm not fed up with life. I love life, but I feel that I'm getting." I think she was even saying that she was getting. Have you heard of some of these people that have been saying?
Oh no! Don't do that.
I
I know you're out. What did you say?
What was you going to say? Quick finish.
I was going to say that Amy Eskridge was saying a lot of stuff that would make her a big target.
Yeah, and you said, have you heard of these people that? And then it went, boom.
Yeah.
Lost his chain of
Oh,
thought.
yeah. They've been getting direct energy weapons used against them. Through walls, through glass.
And she'd been broken into, hadn't she? When she left the flat, she said she'd come back and people had been going through her stuff.
And I don't think she was crazy. And that's another thing they try and do. Oh, yeah, she was under pressure. That's the stuff they've been saying about David Wilcock. But I actually think David Wilcock was mentally ill, sorry to say. Hope his family aren't listening to me. But actually, I think his family did actually say that. I think he was going through some bad stuff, David Wilcock, and I think he did take his own life. I don't know if you watched the last podcast. It was a day before he took his own life. He just didn't look right. Do you know what I mean? Do you know when someone's like not in the right space?
I'm with you. I do feel like he did take his own life.
Yeah.
I don't think there was anything.
That goes back to direct energy weapons and what they. MK Ultra, you can make someone feel so low and down.
100%. That mind control is unbelievable. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That mind control.
Sounds as well, isn't it? It's frequencies.
Frequencies, right?
You know,
I've been following that David Wilcock since like 2012, 2013, like years. He was with that Corey Good. And some of the stuff they was doing was a little bit woo-woo. Talking about blue avians and stuff. I think I mentioned it a few times in the early days of Journey Through Unexplained. He was talking about the blue avians, an alien species, and they was getting a bit woo-woo. And I think they had a bit of a falling out because they was both on Ancient Aliens, weren't they?
yeah.
Especially David Wilcock. And he was such a lovely guy. And if you look at some of the people that talked about him after he passed, they just can't understand it.
Yeah, but we
I
don't.
think that's why there's a conspiracy, because it just seems like, why would a guy take his own life? He's such a nice guy, but
I
had
think
a lot
that's
of stuff.
that's where we are drawing that. That's where we. I think that's, as you said, we don't know what goes on in people's lives outside of what you see on the screen.
I think it comes sort of a different heading, doesn't he, really, compared to these others?
Yeah.
These others are sort of more conspiratorial because of their dealings with Los Alamos and the stuff that they're delving in, stuff that they're involved in.
But this almost, I'm going to, if we take the two, because obviously we've got to sort of put Nick Pope into that category as well. We have to put Nick Pope into the category of, we've lost two ufologists through over the last couple of months, which were well known within the field. We know, obviously,
Nick Pope and who else?
That last one that you just spoke about. That gentleman who took his own. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were well known within, Ancient Aliens. Nick Pope was also on Ancient Aliens. I do believe there was another gentleman that died through Ancient Aliens a couple of years ago as well. So you can see why conspiracy theorists would be put together. I can see that. I can understand that. But we also have to take into account there is that the natural death as well. How they've come to that natural death could be a conspiracy. Nick Pope's one seemed to be very much out the blue.
Very quick, isn't it?
Quick, wasn't it? It was quick.
Really quick.
Very quick. And but even if you looked at Nick Pope and actually thought, well, what did you actually do? Nothing. I don't mean that nastily, but what did he actually do? Do you know? I don't mean that in a cynical way.
I'm only laughing because I've got exactly the same view. And when he popped his clogs, there was loads of posts on my friends that kept posting stuff, and I went, yeah. I said RAP, but other than that, I don't think he contributed to the UFO thing at all. Really,
it's to be fair, he probably made it well known.
Yeah.
He probably the one that sort of everyone knew Nick Pope because of, he worked with the MOD. He worked as a government advisor for the UAP system over here. That was the first time we heard about that, and that's what I'm saying. But other than that, there's a really good. If there was a listen, I've been listening to his book, and my nan has listened to the book that he wrote about the Rendlesham incident, and he interviewed loads of people. He didn't leave any unturned, and he was quite forward about saying what it was, how it happened. They didn't like him. They didn't like him. Is it this? Is it that? He was very open and honest about his opinion. He knows something went on there, and that's what I'm saying. But he never really, to me, he never really offered a conspiracy theory. He was more of the person that would reiterate that conspiracy theory.
Do you know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of the guy on Most Haunted, Kieran O'Keefe, because he was the same. He was very sceptical all the time, but he wouldn't say what he thinks it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think he ruffled feathers. He ruffled feathers to get what he wanted. But now, I just want to go sort of backwards rather than, because I just want to put all these in that one category here, okay? For the benefit of my point. So we've got all these people that were, we've got all these scientists that could be linking free energy and this, that, and the other. They could have been. We've linked them to ufology. We've got the two people that have died recently to ufologies. They've died. They're deceased. Okay. However, they've died. They've got rid of them. Okay. But we've got people still amongst us. David Greer as one. Bob Lazar as another one. That will tell you everything about the ufology field that is crazy. Absolutely crazy. I've watched that Bob Lazar thing. It's crazy. It is. It's crazy. The things he's telling you is crazy. He's sat inside a UFO where you have to crawl down. He describes it.
Someone said that S4 is just like, is it the Lost Century, but it's more sort of artificial intelligence schematics and video footage, so you can actually see the craft. And
yeah.
Is that what it's like? I haven't seen it. He
describes it, and they put I'm shooting like an AI generated video, and he says that exactly like what it is, and how he was taken there, and what he was doing, and there was rows, and there was different types of shapes. There was the normal, the UFO, the typical one that you see, the round disc. There was one that looked like a top hat. There was one that looked like a triangle. There was different scientists working in the mountains in different hangars, and they wasn't allowed to cross. They just worked in their hangar. They wasn't allowed to see, but he could look through the door and look down it.
Yeah, it was compartmentalized, wasn't it?
Yeah. Now, they're the ones that are telling us information, but they're still living. Yeah. We've got Stephen Greer that says he'll stand on there and he says, well, they can't shoot me because I've got loads of different evidence all around the world. And
he's got a dead man's trigger, he says. He's got a dead man's trigger.
So, but that works on the other hand as well.
Yeah.
Because that just make a conspiracy theorist go out and pop him off. So all that information comes out.
Yeah.
So the dead man trigger to me is, so my balance to my argument is the ones that we are seeing, that Bob Lazar, Stephen Greer, people like that are probably telling us the truth, and they're the ones that the government are allowing to tell us. Or you look at it, they're telling us absolute bullcrack, and the government are not worried one iota about them. But the ones that have all been deceased or gone missing potentially could be the ones that we should be paying attention to. That's how I see it.
I don't want to harp on about that Amy Eskridge, but that Amy Eskridge on one of the podcasts was saying that she was talking to this guy, and she said to the guy, how are we going to do this? And the guy's saying, well, what we could do is do a massive download into libraries. Now, when I don't mean like libraries in the village library around here or around Corringham or wherever. I'm talking about libraries, like data libraries, around the world. Why? My big question to Stephen Greer is why don't you do something like that, like on a particular day, just release everything you know, and just give it so there's no, once you let it out, you can't do anything about it.
There's not a great deal he hasn't let people know, though, is there, Joe? I mean, and that's what makes me think, if these scientists are going along the same lines as what he is, this is what I don't think it's to do with extraterrestrials, because if it was to go along the same lines as what he's saying, what's the point in killing him?
Yeah, I think it's to do with they're worried about these people talking about something, whether it's disclosure about the stuff they're working on, or whether it's something like you were saying earlier about the asteroid situation.
I think it's got to be something completely different to what these guys like Stephen Greer and that have been saying for years. And he covers a wide range of things.
Well, it can't. I don't think it can be something different compared to what he talks about, because, like you say, he talks about everything. He talks about free energy devices. He says that everyone should have a little box.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. But yeah, I suppose these guys are the ones that could produce it and say we've got it, we have done it, blah blah blah. Yeah. But again, to me, that's not extraterrestrial, is it? They might have got that way from reverse engineering, but
I mean, it's an important point that Russ is saying that Stephen Greer's still alive and Bob Lazar's still alive, and there's a few others. You're thinking, well, why are they still alive? But the thing
they've
is,
tried to take Bob Lazar
can't kill
out,
everyone,
haven't they?
Sorry,
They've tried to take Bob Lazar out.
they've tried to take out Stephen Greer,
Mm.
and they've took out some of Stephen Greer's associates. I think he's lost about 2 or 3 now.
But have they tried to take him out? Come on.
Well, Stephen
Let's
Greer,
be fair. You can take anybody. The higher powers to be can take anybody out at a split second.
Yeah, I agree.
what I'm saying, you can't argue that Stephen Greer's lost 2 associates on really weird circumstances. Plus, he's been shot at, hasn't he? He's been shot. He actually has been shot. There was another issue as well, but I can't remember it. So I think I trust him. Not totally, but I do trust him more than anyone.
I think.
But obviously, you're going to think, "Oh, why he bumped off?" But then,
Look, I can't. To be fair, I quite like Stephen Greer. I like the way. Take out all the other bits and pieces with all the disclosure he tried to do and everything like that. I think the fact I like Stephen Greer is the way how he tells you to communicate with extraterrestrials.
the C5 stuff, yeah.
I love that. I think that is an absolute great thing to deal with.
Yeah.
The rest, I just think, is a bit of cock and ball. I think, we can be shot at, we can be taken out, we can do all this. No different to Mr. Donald Trump. He's been shot at. He got blood on his ear, make it look good. Do you know what I mean? But we can make it happen. That's what I'm saying. We can make it happen. If they want to take someone out, they're going to take them out. But if they want it to look like they want to take someone out, they can do exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's to make I feel it's to make it more plausible. It's to make it more realistic. You know, it makes it more, you know, oh yeah, Stephen Greer, you know, they tried to take him out. Bob Lazar, they tried to hide him. They tried to they erased his records. It gives it a sense of realisticness of they're trying to cover something up. It makes it more plausible Hollywood's film to what it needs to be. I'm a strong believer that the likes of Bob Lazar, Stephen Greer, are working with these higher powers to be to tell you the truth. And they are going to be fully protected. They're telling us exactly what is going on in the deep state, in the government, in a way that is a conspiracy-based truth. That's the only way I can put it. It makes everything look real. And
what's the end game, though?
What do you mean?
Well, you're suggesting Stephen Greer is being used to release the truth, aren't you? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Why?
Well, because there's always a balance within the world, isn't there? There's always a balance within what we are being told, what is truth and what is fact. No different to the pyramids. We get the pyramids, we're told how they're built, but we know they're not built like that. But we're told how they're built, but we'll also know how they were built.
Well, I think that's actually what's happening. I think that there are people that are allowing Stephen Greer to stay
So do
alive.
I.
Yeah, I see your point now. And I think it's the deep state that are above Trump, because Trump's on a need to know, let's face it. It's so obvious, isn't it?
Everyone's on a need to know.
I'm not saying he's on the level of Biden or the lowness of Biden, but he's definitely a mascot for the United States. He doesn't know half the stuff going on.
Puppeteers. They're all puppeteers. All the world leaders that we see on telly are puppeteers. It's as simple as it gets. Oh my God. Thank you ever so much. Show on stream. Show on stream. Show on stream. Everyone's moved around. Obviously, we've hit an algorithm that they don't like us talking about.
It's Paul Frozen.
No.
That's still so long. Sorry, mate.
But that is obviously what it is doing. It's finding algorithms that it doesn't like and just picking off what it's choosing it wants to do.
I've gone a little bit off here, but it is on what we've been talking about. What's you three guys' views on that Trump assassination attempt?
Don't go there. Don't. Another setup.
Did you see? You know the press conference woman. What's her name? Nice looking blonde woman. Yeah. She was interviewed before that all happened. And she said tonight there's going to be shots fired. There's going to be shots fired. Have you not seen it?
No. You know what, Joe? I don't. I think it's all a load of crock of old. I'm sorry.
I think it's really weird. It's almost like Emmerdale Farm. It's like well, it's not called Emmerdale Farm now. It's like Emmerdale, and yeah, it seems like Hollywood. It seems like I'm doubting now that he even got shot in his ear now. I mean, you know me, I was pro-Trump about 3 or 4 months ago. But I'm really sliding away from it now.
I haven't seen that much about it, to be fair. I've seen bits and pieces in a couple of clips. I certainly never seen the bit about what you were saying about the woman. And to be fair, something like that could easily be AI. She ain't stupid, and I think there's no way she would say something like that.
No, it was actually at the dinner. And they was all lining up, and they're at their tables and that. And then all of a sudden, Fox News or something like that puts a microphone in her face and says, "Oh, is it Kravitz? Something Kravitz, I think."
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and she says, "Oh yeah, it's gonna be great, and there's gonna be shots fired," and it's just obviously that sets off all the conspiracy theorists going crazy. Like, It's all set up. It's all been
I
planned.
mean, I see the vice president get carted off from the table. I mean,
Of course, they cart him off. They pulled him off.
the fear in his face.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good actor.
Did you not notice something though? What is weird about that whole situation?
Well,
Well, the vice president and the president in the same place.
No,
No.
they carted the vice president off first. That shouldn't have happened.
That's interesting.
That should not have happened.
It's almost as if they wanted Trump.
They let Trump stay there
Yeah.
for a long period of time.
Look, I know we haven't got time tonight to talk about it. There's a massive conspiracy theory about JD Vance has been put in there. Because do you remember when Trump needed someone to run with him?
Oh, right, thanks.
And he jumped ship, Vance, didn't he? He jumped from a different party over, and all of a sudden they're saying now that he's been put in place because they're going to bump off Trump, and they want Vance to come in, and he's the one that's going to get involved with Elon Musk and whatever, with the AI and the network that's been put up there, which is supposed to be for Starlink, but we reckon it's more than that.
Yeah,
But-
only time will tell.
It's a crazy thing, but look, as we say, there's puppeteers out there all the way around. I don't think we've answered any questions, but
Not a single one.
because
How can you though?
yeah, you can't. You can only debate it. To be fair, I think there's a lot more to it. I'm very interested, and I'll say it how it sounds. That I like your theory, Simon, that they're still with us.
Oh, no, it's still us. Yeah.
I think that's really, really interesting.
Yeah.
But I think there's obviously some form of cover up or some form of conspiracy to what is actually happening, what they're doing, what they were planning, why. I don't feel that we're ever going to know why, because some of them are just loose. Like there's one there what worked for a security firm. Do you know why? You know, he didn't have any jet propulsion knowledge or anything like that. I get the ones with jet propulsion. I get the ones with the dealing. The one that interests me the most, and I'll let me just read his name because I was really interested with it. It would be Frank Mywald, Maiwald.
Propulsion for asteroids.
Surface water and ocean topography.
Topography, yeah.
I
That's
think,
mapping it out.
I think that is really interesting
Why?
Yeah.
because that is what Simon is linked to, the ocean.
Yeah.
Ocean topography.
Yeah.
Yeah.
think
See,
he-
I think I already know what's going on down in that ocean.
And
Russ, you got the computer there. Can you look up topography? I'm not 100% sure unless you guys know. I think it is mapping the ocean, isn't it?
I'll let you know.
That'll be on Wikipedia or whatever you want to look at.
Oh, let me have a look for
Or
you.
ChatGPT.
I'll just Google it. It's the study and mapping of physical features of land surface, including relief, elevation, slope, natural features, river hills, and man-made structures, road and buildings.
But you said oceanographic.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's, yeah.
Yeah. See, I think it's still down there.
Yeah. There's a lot down there. That's where they'll hide.
Yeah.
Mate. They don't come from up there. They come from down below.
Exactly that.
Down below.
We know all about it, but as
And
well.
that's maybe the link if there was working on that.
Mm.
Well, somehow we did get through the second half of the show differently.
Yeah.
I do
In different places.
at different places. Everyone's moved again. I do think it is an internet dip out more than anything because you got all get back in pretty quickly. Apart from the first one, And as we speak, Paul's disappeared.
He didn't put 50p in the slot.
Over there now.
Oh, he did.
Come back on. You could not have timed that much better, Paul.
That was the
Oh, was it
fastest
just me that
come
went?
back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just you.
Oh, I thought everyone went again. I just started chuckling. I thought, fucking typical. He didn't even get to finish.
I do think it's internet glitches. I think it's trying to just where it dips out and comes back, dips out and comes back. And I must admit, it could be my end because I've just noticed at the bottom of my screen that I've got quite a few things running in the background, so the CPU may not be quite up to running power. So
That's
it could
the first
be.
thing I done when we fell out last
Yeah.
first.
I've just
I just
noticed
shut
that.
Yeah.
So, but no, thank you ever so much. Thank you to Joe for rejoining us this week.
Yeah, cheers, Joe. Nice to see you again, mate.
Enjoyed it.
We'll get you back on soon. Definitely get you back on soon, and
Yeah.
hopefully we will have a little bit of a steadier stream, and maybe not such a, what would you call it, a conspiracy-based topic, maybe, to keep it how it is. But once
But you know
again,
what? It's actually quite very smooth. I mean, I can see you guys. There's no delay on your talking. I'm on data. I'm on the phone. I've got no Wi-Fi. This is purely on data.
Wow.
It's really, isn't it?
it's, to be fair, the new system that we're using, once I've got hold of it and running with it, we will be fine. It is an amazing system. You can change whatever you choose you want to change to it.
Going
And
through a few teething troubles.
yeah, it's just getting a balance on it. You can make all your own overlays, which when you watch things back, the background that we're all on is amazing. The live chat feature that people can see live on the screen, which interacts, which is good. So yeah, it is the way forward. We've just got to make sure that I'm fine tuning it. But once again, freedom of speech in this world isn't at its best. I'm supposed we're hitting certain algorithms on certain platforms that don't like that. I do think sometimes it doesn't like swear words where we have to be, but you watch enough videos on YouTube and Facebook with swear words, so why do we get picked on? But you know what? We've got through it. For the second part, we've managed to get an hour show out of it, which I never thought we would get at that halftime. That halftime thing. But yeah, thank you ever so much. Thank you to Mr. Psychic Si.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Paranormal Paul as normal. I'm gonna take
Paranormal normal.
Paranormal Paul. Well, Paranormal Paul's in Si's place. Si's in Joe's place, and Joe, you're in Paranormal Paul's place. All right, so everything's gone on that last one. But no, thank you ever so much, everybody. Thank you.